Hello, everyone. I'm going to show you how to create your own custom data analysis tool. We can call it custom GPT agent, focusing on analyzing your qualitative data. You should have GPT Plus before you can do this. When you go to your GPT account, you click on Explore, and then you go to Create a GPT. You click on that, and then you start having a conversation. So what we're going to do is that we're going to tell the system that we want to develop a personalized qualitative data analysis agent so that you'll be able to analyze your specific data. And you can give the system a brief information about what the data is all about. Maybe you can state your purpose of the study and your research question. And then the last thing that you have to tell is to let the system know that all the output should be based on the data that you're going to give them. All the output should be based on the data that you're going to put under the knowledge base. I'm going to give you more information about that, but these are the information that you have to provide and also respond to some of the questions. So we're going to have a chat so that we can create our own custom GPT that will help you to analyze your specific data. I want to walk through with you so you can do the same thing that I'm doing, and let's see whether we can come up with a similar one. If you want the data to use, I have put a link in the description that we can upload the data that I'm using right now so that you can use the same thing and practice so that you can get a skill in using this kind of software. So let's go. The system is asking you, what will you like to make? So you can say that I want you to create a personalized qualitative data analysis agent for me to help me to analyze my interview transcripts. It's now processing, and then it will update the system. So as it's doing that, it's the time that you have to think about the context, right? Giving the system background information about your study or the data that you are focusing on, right? So in this case, you can go ahead and answer the question that the system is asking you, or you can wait and then provide all the information, and then you can have a conversation with the system later. So let's try to bring the information here. I'm doing a study focusing on burnout among primary healthcare physicians, right? So I want to copy the purpose and my research question and then put into the system so that it will know what my study is all about. So I'm copying that so I can say that please find below the purpose and the research question about my study. And then so the system is updating, generating a profile picture for you. Okay, that's a nice profile picture. If you don't like the picture, you can tell the system, can you change the picture for me? And then the system will change it, right? So the next step that you have to do is that you want to provide a little bit of information about how the system should analyze your data. So you can say that I want you to run that thematic analysis when asked. And you can describe what thematic analysis is all about. But I think the system might know that you can be more specific by doing that, by giving a description about the thematic analysis if you want to. You can also suggest the name of this agent, the name of this custom GPT. So you can say that, can you name this too? And then you can say my qualitative data analysis agent, right? You see that the name has shown here, right? My qualitative data analysis agent. Another one thing that you really want to write about is, before I write it, I want to show you some information. When you go to as we are having conversation, the system is putting things at the right place for you, right? So when you go to configure, it has all the name, it has the logo, the name of the tool, and also the brief description about the tool and the instructions. This is the brain of the tool. This is what the tool will be doing if you ask the system a question, right? So this is very important that you make sure that you review, and if you want to add anything, you can add. But it's always advisable to have a conversation at this place, and then the system will update everything that you have to update here. Conversational status. As we were having conversation with the software, it also suggested some of the initial questions that you can ask the system to perform, or initial prompt. So as you can see here, these are the initial prompts that have been suggested. If you don't want it, you can delete and write your own. One thing that you can say is summarize the data. And the second one, generate quotes from the data. You can say generate themes from the data. You can always come back and change if you want to. The important part is the knowledge area here. This allows you to upload all the transcripts that you want the system to analyze for you, right? So in this case, you can upload up to 10 transcripts, and it can be in the form of Word document, PDF, spreadsheet, even it can be in the form of a photo. Any document that you want the system to analyze for you, you can bring it here. And make sure that all these are checked, because if you want the system to browse the internet, they give you some information, the system can do that. If you want the system to create any images for you, you can do that. If you want the system to interpret your data that you want to attach, you have to check this one. So one thing that we have to do here is to go back. We have to tell the system that when we put a prompt and it's developing an output, it should be solely based on the data that we are going to give it. So we're going to tell the system that all the outputs should be solely based on the data that has been uploaded under the knowledge base. So let's go to create and then write that, because it's very important. You want to tame the system. You don't want it to go beyond the information that you are going to give it to analyze. So you can say that when generating response to prompt, they should be solely based on the information uploaded under the knowledge base. This one is so important, because if you don't do that, then when you ask a question about, okay, what are the causes of burnout, the system can just give a generic response. Now you are taming the system. Okay, focus on only the data I'm going to give you. So now the system has updated, right? So now we can go back to configure, and then we can upload the transcript that we are interested in. So I click on upload here. So as you can see, I have my 5 transcripts here. You can upload up to 10. I'm uploading 5 transcripts. And if, let's say, you have 20 participants, you can upload first 10 and then ask some questions. And you always can come back to configure and delete and upload different ones, right? So now I have uploaded. The next step is to save your information. You have to save. Because this is your private tool, you can choose the first option. If you want to make it public for people to use, you can go to public. Normally, you make it public, or you click on the second option if you want to give the link to somebody to use the same data and ask the system questions, right? But if you want to use this tool personally, you choose the first option. Only me. It's saving all the information that you have. So it's now saved. Everything is ready now. Let's test it out and see. You can type here, can you summarize the data provided? So it's going to go through the data that you have given, which is the 5 participants, and then so you see how it's summarizing all the 5 participants, giving demographic information, and also what they said about burnout. This is amazing. You can even say, can you summarize based on my research question? So let's say you want to find out the causes of burnout, right? You can say, can you summarize the data based on the following research question? So the research question is, what are the causes of burnout among primary healthcare physicians? And then it's identifying the causes, right? So you can see here, high workload and demanding schedule, early career challenge, work-life imbalance, So all these, it went through the data and provided that information. And it also indicated who said what, which participant are linked to the topics that, or the theme that was generated. Another thing that you can say is, can you generate quotes representing relevant information extracted from the data to address the following research question? And then you press on enter. So now it's generating code for you. Amazing. If you want me to help you to generate your own customized data analysis tool, you can book an appointment with me. Contact me and I'll be happy to address all the questions and help you to be able to develop your own. I can give you the foundational knowledge too. So this is my email address, info@drphilipedu.com, or you can email me through info@centerforresearchmethod.com. I'll be happy to address any question that you have for you. And as you can also check my video about custom ChatGPT. That will be really helpful to give you foundational knowledge about how it works and how you can develop your own custom GPT based on any other thing that you are doing at your workplace. You can develop a custom GPT to help you to make things easier for you. I can even ask the system, can you extract quotations from the data in support of the codes you have provided. So you see how it's, extracted information from the data. You always have to make sure that these are really actual code from the data. You can search for some of them from the data just to make sure, because sometimes the system might make things up, right? Just to make sure you can search. So you see how wonderful the system is. Went through the data, extracted information to support the codes that you have. You can even tell the system, can you create a table to reflect the output you just generated? They're taking some time to analyze and then it can give you some information. It's provided the quotations and also the source, the participant who said that. This is good, right? So you see how the system can provide you a lot of information, just creating your own. And also you can share this output by going to here, and then you can copy. Sometimes you can indicate your email address there to show that it's from you, and then you can copy and send a link. I hope this one was helpful. If you have any question, put it in the comment section and I'll be happy to address them for you. Thank you for your time.